Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nurse Kat. For those who don't know, I am now a licensed registered nurse. Okay, so I took my Nclex, which is the state board, the last test that you have to take before you can be a licensed registered nurse, meaning you can work in everything. I took that on October 21st at 8 a.m. So a little background story. I finished my nursing school. I was in the transitional nursing school program from LPN, licensed practical nurse, to RN, which is a licensed registered nurse, right? So I graduated that August 2nd. I took about a month off of studying. Then after like October, end of September is when I really deep down studied. So I studied basically hard for a month, and I set my date, which was October 21st, 8 a.m. So I'll go more into detail about like how I studied for Nclex, but I did use UWorld and Saunders, right? And Hearst Review, the lectures. So I actually paid for my ATT on October 2nd, and I got confirmation the next day that I was able to pick a day. So I picked 8 a.m. October 21st. Why? Because I knew that I was going to be scared as hell, nervous, anxious. I wasn't going to be able to sleep that day anyway. So I'm like, let me do it first thing in the morning, get it over with. So the night before Nclex, did I sleep? Heck no. I chose not to study at all for my Nclex RN the day prior. Just gave my brain time to relax and try to get rid of any anxiety that I had or overwhelmed feeling. I just prayed. I worshiped that whole night. I meditated. I was just in a quiet place. I didn't even see my boyfriend that day. That's how you know it's real. So the morning of Nclex, I woke up at 5 a.m. Yeah, 5 a.m. I made breakfast. No, I didn't make breakfast. I actually went to McDonald's to go get breakfast. And I had troubles with that too. They got my order wrong. So I'm like, all right, cool. You got my order wrong. When I say I went to the Nclex testing center I looked homeless. My hair looked a mess. I was supposed to take it out that night. After the test, I looked homeless. I had went into the place about by 6 a.m. I was sitting in the parking lot, and it took a long time for me to find it. This wasn't the first time I used this testing center. It was the same testing center I had used for PN. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll find it. But I drove in circles for about another 30 to 45 minutes. So I didn't actually find the place until 7 o'clock, which made me even more nervous. I was scared because I'm like, what the hell's going on? I had it in the GPS. I thought everything was okay, but the GPS had me in circles, and my fault. I was looking at the address wrong the entire time. So I was literally in front of the place, but I was going in circles trying to find a different number. Shame on me, right? So I parked at 7 a.m. I sat in my car. I tried to pray, get into a focus center of mind. I tried to calm myself down. I was listening to worship music. And funny thing is, literally in the middle of my thing, I got so overwhelmed and I started looking up stuff, like last minute things. And I'm like, why the hell am I looking up last minute things when I'm taking this test less than 30 minutes away, an hour away? So I was just like, you know what, Kat, stop. This is just nerves. Stop, pray, everything will be fine. So I stopped trying to look up stuff. I don't even know why, because it wasn't gonna stick at this point. It's what you know is what you know the day of. That's it. You can't try to force last minute things into your mind. It's not gonna work like that. So then what happened? I broke down crying. Then after I broke down crying, I was like, this is it. This is the day that I take my test. So I walked inside It was a lot of people, actually. It was about 6 people. First thing I did, I went to the bathroom, and I have a little clip of that I'll insert now. Good morning, everyone. So today is the day of Nclex. The day is here. I'm feeling confident in what I know. I'm feeling nervous, but I'm gonna leave it all up to God. Yeah, you can see how my life has been going with my hair, but it's done. It is done. It's 7:30. My test doesn't start till 8 o'clock. So yeah, it's getting more real each moment. This is the bathroom that I cried in for my PN. Came a long way since then. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how after it's done, how I feel and everything. And as you can see, I was looking terrible. I was nervous. I was all over the place. And we sat down. This is public information. When you go into the testing center, they take your fingerprints, they check your glasses, they check to verify who you are. Like, they want to make sure you are who you say you are, of course, because it's a national, statewide test. So there was about 6 people there, and funny thing is, I was number 4 to go up. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is good luck, because 4 is my lucky number. I was born September 4th, 1994. So I'm like, okay, 4. So I went and I sat down at station number 4. And this test, being that I am a licensed practical nurse, I thought I knew how to keep a patient alive, you know? And being that I had 3 years experience in long-term care, acute care, nursing homes, I'm like, I got this. I got this. I don't have to worry. I know my medications already. I know how to save a person's life. This test definitely was like, Kat, you think you know, you know? And so it was very challenging. I was sitting down. I got comfortable. I took off my shoes. I'm like this at the computer screen. So 75 questions passed. I'm nervous. I didn't know what to think. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just gonna hit 100. 100 questions passed. I'm like, nah, this cannot be. So I took a break. I went to the bathroom, and I didn't cry yet. I just took a bathroom break, washed my face, breathed, tried to calm myself back down. I went in to take more. So I'm like, okay, you won't make it past 150. So I'm taking the test. It's like, I feel like I'm in between. I know I'm getting some right, then I know I'm getting one wrong. It was very challenging. So then I hit 200 questions, and I'm like, God, what is going on? What the hell? So by this point, I'm kind of hyperventilating. So I take another bathroom break. And so this time I wasn't calm. I broke down crying. And the funny significance of this is that for my LPN, I had did the same thing. I broke down crying. I was questioning God. I'm like, you know my heart. You know how bad I want this. I know that I studied. I know I prepared myself for this. So why am I not doing good? So in that, I had to like correct myself. I'm like, Kat, you're a licensed practical nurse. You made it through nursing school. You know your stuff. You prepared for this, you know? Breathe, calm down. Just because you didn't hit 75 and pass, that doesn't mean anything. You're still in the runnings. So I went back in, wiped my tears, sat in front of this damn computer again, and I hit, for some reason in my mind, I kept thinking it was 275 to pass. Like, that's the last maximum amount of questions you can get, which actually it's 265 questions. That is maximum, meaning that's it. So to be honest, the end is kind of blurry. So I hit what, 200 questions, and then like 205, something like that, I had got offered a break. And so I'm like, no, I just took a break. I'm ready. Let's get this over with. So then it gets a little hazy around 264, 265. I'm honestly not sure how many questions I ended up with, but when I saw that they did a survey at the end, oh my gosh. I was clicking. I was so nervous. I'm like, let me get the hell out of here. It's been 4 hours. Let me get out of here. Then I'm like, hold on. What if this is part of the exam? Kat, that means you just failed one question. So then I'm like, all right, let's take this seriously. Let's get it done. So then I actually read through all the survey questions because I wasn't sure if it counted towards us or not. And I finished the exam. So I finished the exam around 12 o'clock. So I spent about 4 hours doing 265 questions. My mind was fried. When I say I was physically, mentally, emotionally exhausted, honestly. So after that, I went home. I was talking to my mom and dad. They're like, how you feel? I'm like, honestly, I have no clue. I have no clue. So 2 hours later, I went home. I did the piercing test. I got the good sign. I'll put the picture in here as well. And I'll also insert the clip of me after the test. Hey guys, it's me. I'm looking homeless. It's about 2 hours since the Nclex. I had 265 questions. I took 2 breaks. I finished with time to spare. I have no comment. I'm numb right now. I cried a little bit earlier when I was home and talking to my parents because it was tricky. And being an LPN, you think you know how to keep a patient alive, but that kind of hindered me as well. So I don't know. I did do the piercing trick. I'll show you guys in a little bit when I try it again at 4 o'clock when I get home. But I did get the good pop-up. So I'm praying. God knows my heart. I studied. Even though sometimes when you do study, you can still blank out during the test. And I feel like that's what I did. So, I don't know. It's in God's hands at this point. I'll know tomorrow morning. I have work at 8, so I'll check my thing at like 7. But I did get the good pop-up, so that's good news. So, fingers crossed. And yeah, I'm gonna relax, take my hair down, and relax for the rest of the day because I work all week. So we'll see. Alright, I'll check in with you guys when I show you guys that I checked the piercing thing. Alright, bye. And man, I was like, okay, the piercing, good sign. I think you might have passed. Hopefully you passed. But still, some people fail and it says that they did good. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, if I failed and I got the good piercing sign, I'm going to make a YouTube video. I'm going to be complaining about this and saying how everyone's liars. And the next day, I went to sleep. So I went to sleep because I had a headache. I didn't feel good at all that day. So I went to sleep. The next morning at 7 a.m. I checked my status of my license on Florida Board of Nursing, and I saw that I passed. So this is all God, because the next week I started a new thing. I started wound care. I'm a wound care nurse, wound care RN. Okay, literally God, because if I would have failed, I would have told my job, hey, I'm not coming in for the next month. Like, you might need to replace me because I'm devastated. So literally after I passed my boards, I worked for like 2 weeks straight, and yeah. So that is my story. That is how I passed the RN exam. I'm so thankful. I'm so, grateful for all the support you guys have been giving me. I'm now a licensed RN. I'm in my, oh, you guys can't see. I'm in my interview outfit because I have an interview video coming soon. And, literally it's God, because everything is happening like boom, 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 boom. And I'm ready for this next step. Thank you guys for all watching. Subscribe if you haven't. A lot of content coming up. I'm going to be posting Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Thank you.